Hi everyone! Today I want to make a video on why I am no longer eating raw vegan. And first things first, I did dye my hair, as you can probably tell, and this has nothing to do with the video. You can skip over this part. I'm gonna be really short with this, but yes, I did dye my hair. It has actually faded a lot. I did it probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I've been gradually going a little bit darker. I want to go back to kind of like basically my natural hair color. I'm not going to put any color into it, but yes, this is about the darkness of my natural hair color, but I did throw some red in there. I don't know if you can tell, like I said, it's faded. But anyways, get that out of the way. The reason why I'm making this video is because I never really formally made a video about why I stopped eating that way, and it was again just one of those things. I was experimenting with no longer eating that way, trying to find a new way that was right for me, and also just going through a lot of other personal things at the time. I want to explain why I no longer eat that way, and the main reasons are because my body was just giving me signals that what I was doing was not right for it. And some of those signals were breakouts, skin breakouts, more than normal, not just the occasional bump here and there. It was like my skin was telling me like, I don't like something that you're doing. My skin was breaking out a lot more than normal. I had like abdominal weight gain, which that's not my body type at all. Like if I were to gain weight, it would be more in like my thighs and my hips. So that was really strange to me. I also stopped having my menstrual cycle, and that went on for months. It wasn't just like 1 month I didn't have it. And I know a lot of people that do follow the raw vegan diet think that that's natural and that's normal to not have a menstrual cycle. That just never felt normal or natural to me. And like I said, I did give it some time, and it was quite a few months that I did not have the menstrual cycle. And that was scary to me as a woman who wants to have kids someday. Another thing was that when I got my blood work done, my triglyceride levels were elevated. I've never had a problem with that. And this is when I was eating probably 10% or less of fat in my diet. A lot of times it was a lot less. It was more around 5% fat in my diet. So these were very alarming things to me, that something that I was doing wasn't right, and I was quote unquote, eating this perfect diet, and I was following it to the T. And a lot of people have told me like, well, you probably weren't eating enough calories, you probably weren't sleeping enough, you probably weren't hydrated enough. I was drinking about 3 liters of water a day, sleeping on average 8 to 9 hours, and I was also eating probably around 2,000, 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. So I was definitely, I did it by the book. That's my personality. Like whenever I do something, I go all out and I put my whole heart into it, and I definitely did it with that lifestyle. So it was confusing to me, and I just kept trying to study and figure out what I was doing wrong, and I would listen to other people, and ultimately I just got to the point where I was like, I need to stop listening to what others are telling me is right for me, and I need to start listening to what my body and my mind is telling me is right for me. And that was the final thing. The final signal was just really listening to my intuition, my heart, like, is this what's right for you? And it was no longer right for me. So that's why I decided to change and go a different direction. I think one of the main reasons I did kind of get on the raw vegan path is because I was going through a hard time in my life, and I knew that a lot of things in my life needed to change. I didn't exactly know how to pinpoint those things, and I didn't exactly know how to change those things. So my outlet was, let me just try and get healthy myself, as healthy as possible. And this seemed like such a good way of eating, and it just seemed like such a good cleanse. Like whenever So I knew a lot of things in my life needed to change, and I just decided to start with myself and decided I need to get as healthy as possible. heard about this way of eating, and I remember I was like, you know, I'm gonna just try this for one day because it did seem so extreme to me, and like I was just gonna have to give up all this stuff. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna try this for one day, see how I feel. I did it for one day, and that one day turned into a year and a half. And basically that first week I did eat like vegetarian. I had like some cheese, I think, and yogurt, but then after that week it was like straight vegan for like a year and a half, and raw vegan at that. A few maybe cook things here and there, but it was always vegan. And so I give a lot of credit to this path, and this video is not, you know, putting negativity out there about raw veganism. I think that it has its place for sure. And for me, it was a great cleanse. I actually give a lot of credit to this lifestyle because I would say one of the biggest things that it helped me with was just like all my emotions just like purged out of me, like especially in like the beginning months when I felt like amazing, and that feeling was why I continued to go on with this lifestyle. And you know, I just really like stripped my diet and my life down to the core, and there was nothing to really numb myself on anymore. There was nothing to stimulate myself with. You know, it's really hard to numb yourself when you're only eating raw fruits and vegetables. It's really hard to, you know, stimulate yourself as far as like a caffeine high or something like that when you're only eating fruits and vegetables. So it really forced me to deal with a lot of things that I needed to deal with. And that's where the change begun. So I give a lot of credit to this lifestyle, and it helped me a lot. Like I said, raw veganism for me, I think, was an amazing cleanse, and I think that's what it did. It served its purpose in my life just as a cleanse. I don't think for me it's substantial for long term. But I would never discourage anyone from eating a raw vegan diet or eating a vegan diet or vegetarian diet. I encourage people to experiment with all different ways of eating and listen to your body and the signs that it's giving you. Your body knows what it wants and what it needs best, so listen to the signs and the signals that it's giving you. It will let you know whether it likes what you're doing or not. I believe that we all have a responsibility to figure out exactly what works best for us at any given time, and to have an open mind about, you know, this is working right now. There's all different ways that work for all different people, and at any given time I might need to switch up the way that I'm doing something, or someone else might need to switch up the way that they're doing something, and there should be no judgment there. I think it's important to realize that there's no perfect way of eating or exercising or doing anything in this world. The only perfect way to do anything is to do what's right for you. Last thought, I think the biggest thing that I've learned through my path with raw veganism and thus far in life is to listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. It doesn't lead you wrong. It lets you know when something's wrong. It lets you know when something's right, and have the courage to follow it. Listen to it and have the courage to follow it, and just find out what excites you in life. Find out what your passion is. Figure it out. Search. Try different things until you figure it out. Do those activities, try and make a career out of those things, and just surround yourself with people that really make you happy and that treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was insightful, and I kind of just spoke from the heart, so hopefully I wasn't like too all over the place. I made a few notes that I was referring to, but anyways, those are the main reasons why I no longer eat a raw vegan diet. So I will talk to you guys in my next video, and let me know what videos you want to see from me in the future, and I will see you then. Bye.